Hello students, once again I am here with the new topic photosynthesis. In fact, photosynthesis is an important life process in plants by which green plants synthesize their organic food with the help of inorganic material of their surrounding in presence of sunlight, with the help of carbon dioxide of the atmosphere and water taken from soil with the help of chlorophyll. In fact, oxygen is the byproduct of this photosynthesis. The overall equation of this photosynthesis is 6CO2 plus 12H2O. Product is C6H12O6, that is glucose. Oxygen and water is the byproduct of it. Okay, so this is an anabolic process in which plants synthesize their organic food, or in fact all the food material, organic food material synthesized in this biosphere is produced through this photosynthesis. You should know that only 1 to 2% of the total amount of sunlight reaching on our earth is utilized during photosynthesis, and in that manufacturing of the photosynthetic food, 80% of the total amount is synthesized by our water algae, marine algae there. So in fact, biochemical or food molecule that is consumed by all heterotrophic organisms is synthesized or manufactured by the photosynthesis. Okay. Now, here we will learn today about the site of the photosynthesis. Are you looking? The first is, the site of the photosynthesis is actually green leaf. Leaves of the plants are the chief site for photosynthesis. This is the leaf. In fact, leaf is a dissimilar lateral appendage born at the node and subtending the bud in its axil. This is the leaf. Leaf may be of two types. The leaf having the petiole, as it is here, that is called petiolate. If petiole or stalk is not, that is called sessile leaf. Now, where is the site? Where does the actual photosynthesis process occurs? Actually, as you know, this is the metabolic process and occurs inside the cell cytoplasm. So, we should know about where is the actual site or this cell where photosynthesis occurs. If we have the dissection or internal view or vertical section of the leaf, we may have, there is a two layer. Upper layer that is exposed to sun is called ventral layer or ventral surface of the leaf. The lower layer or lower surface of the leaf that is not exposed to the sun is called dorsal surface. Actually, light falls on the ventral surface of the leaves. Such leaves which are having dorsal and ventral surface are called dorsiventral leaf, as you are observing in mango, guava, banana. But some leaves are isobilateral also, where you can't recognize all the surface properly. Well, all monocots are having such a isobilateral leaf. Now see the internal. On the upper layer, that is called epidermal layer. Epidermal layer is covered, and in between the upper epidermal layer or lower dorsal layer or dorsal epidermal layer, there are cells. A large number of cells, actually that is the parenchymatous cells, but are known as palisade cells or palisade tissue. In fact, that is called mesophyll cells. These are the mesophyll cells, large number of mesophyll cells having stacked structure. Actually, in these mesophyll cells, that is the very special cell found in leaves only, large number of chloroplasts are found. Now, in between these mesophyll cells, water is required. So, water is fulfilled by the vein and veinlets. Are you looking at brownish structure there? That is called vein. And that vein is sub-branched into veinlets. Through that vein and veinlets, water reaches through ascent of sap from the root, from the earth. Now, it gets spreaded slowly through the simple diffusion and reach to each and every mesophyll cells. Now, near the lower epidermis, that is on the dorsal level, dorsal surface, lower epidermis, there is a tiny pores that is called stomata, through which gaseous exchange occurs. Oxygen that is produced during photosynthesis is liberated through the leaves in atmosphere through that stomata, and carbon dioxide that is required for the photosynthesis is entering through that stomata. Now let's see the single cell and then could understand how photosynthesis occurs. Now the cell that you are observing outer side structure, that is a single cell, single mesophyll cells. Actually, in just middle of these cells, there is a vacuole. As you know, plant have large vacuole. All plant cells are having large vacuole that control water. So, but around the vacuole, there is a beads-like structure. These beads-like structure are nothing but the chloroplast. As you know about the chloroplast, it is a autonomous largest cell organelle in the plants. That is actually considered as the photosynthetic site. Actual photosynthesis occurs inside the chloroplast. Chloroplast is an autonomous cell organelle. Now see, beneath, this is the innermost structure. This is the largest cell organelle called chloroplast. That is also called autonomous cell organelles because plastids or chloroplasts have their own DNA. That is called plastidial DNA. Having plastidial DNA and a ribosome in them, chloroplast is considered as autonomous cell organelle of the plant cell. Okay, now we should know something special about the chloroplast. This is the inner view of the chloroplast. If you will see the inner view of the chloroplast, there is a two structure. One is called grana, the singular is granum. Actually, granum is a collection of thylakoids in which actually photosynthetic pigment lies or photosynthetic pigment remain. In fact, there are so many pigments that act as a photosynthetic pigment, but among all, chlorophyll A is most important photosynthetic pigment that do photosynthesis. Another pigment like phycobilins, phycoerythrin, xanthophyll, that are the accessory pigments, and they trap the different spectrum of sunlight and then they transfer that light to chlorophyll A. In fact, chlorophyll is a organic molecules having the chemical formula C55H72O5N4Mg, means magnesium mineral is essential for formation of chlorophyll. So, in absence of magnesium in chlorophyll, plants show yellowish color. and they not do such a yield because chlorophyll pigment not get formed there, and so no photosynthesis occurs. Okay. Now something we know about stomata, and you see here are the different form of stomata. Actually, stomata is a tiny pores present on the lower surface of the leaves, that is the dorsal surface of the leaves. Actually, so many plants are there where on ventral surface stomata lies. If you consider about the aquatic plants, they are having the stomata on their upper layer. But in most of the plants, stomata are found on the dorsal surface. Now you see the stomata. Stomata is a tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves. Actually, this is the surface layer, upper layer of the leaves on which tiny pores are found. These stomata can be recognized by presence of two guard cells. This is the guard cell. Observe, these are the guard cells. This is a kidney seed shaped structure which is very peculiar in the sense no epidermal cells are having chloroplast in them. But guard cell is peculiar in the sense having chloroplast as well as nucleus. So you are looking, that is the nucleus, the bits-like structure, that are the chloroplast, but in between them there is a somewhat larger, that is the nucleus. Now stomata get closed in night. Have you heard? Stomata get closed in night but started opening in morning and completely opens at the day. This movement, this opening and closing of the stomata alternately is called stomatal movement. In fact, movement of the stomata is depending upon the special structure of the guard cell. As you are observing, guard cell have the thicker inner wall while a thinner outer wall. This thickness in the inner wall of the guard cell help in this stomatal movement. When photosynthesis occurs in guard cell, that is not occurs in the adjacent cell or other epidermal cell. So concentration of the cell cytoplasm get changed, and due to endoosmosis, water from adjacent cell started entering in the guard cell and guard cell get turgid. This turgidness is due to inner thicker layer of the stomata. But during night, when photosynthesis checked and photosynthesis stopped, now the concentration of the sugar is higher there. But as soon as the darkness occurs, the sugar produced during photosynthesis in guard cell get converted into starch, and starch is insoluble in water. So the concentration of water in guard cell retain only higher. So again exoosmosis occurs, and when exoosmosis occurs, water started moving from guard cell to adjacent cell, and then guard cell get flaccid. This flaccid guard cell causes closing of the stomata, and so this is the closed stomata. So these are all diagrams showing the regular movement of the stomata. Stomata get open at the day and stomata get closed in night. And the lower two diagram is showing about the thickness of the flaccidness and rigidness of the stomata. Okay, now one thing we will learn more. What are the raw materials required for the photosynthesis? In fact, the four four raw materials required for the photosynthesis. That is the sunlight. In fact, in sunlight, the radiant energy or the sun ray, only visible ray is required for the photosynthesis. That among the visible ray, if we will develop the spectrum, red light is most suitable for the photosynthesis. Their wavelength is so suitable, that is the major light for photosynthesis. Another ray like infrared provide heat. Another ray have another effects, but it is the visible ray that is required for photosynthesis, where the radiant energy of sun photon is in fact get converted into chemical energy, that is glucose. The other factors that are required for photosynthesis is the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is available in our atmosphere, that is about 0.03%, and that is utilized during photosynthesis, that enter from atmosphere to the chloroplast through simple diffusion. The third one is chlorophyll. The chlorophyll pigment is most essential factor for photosynthesis. And the fourth one is water. Water is absorbed by the plants through ascent of sap from the soil. And fifth one important factors for photosynthesis is suitable temperature. So sunlight, chloroplast, water, temperature, carbon dioxide are some important factor of photosynthesis, in which actual organic food is synthesized and food remain available for all heterotrophic organisms. Okay, now why leaves are only suitable for photosynthesis? Here we will also discuss a few lines about why leaves only considered as the suitable site for the photosynthesis. Friends, actually leaves have larger surface area, that is called leaf lamina, that could acquire or absorb more and more light. So leaves have larger surface area, and that is the most suitable factor. Second is availability of the vein and veinlets there that supply water. Third one is presence of stomata. And fourth and most important factors is the presence of mesophyll cells in the leaves of the plants. So leaves are considered as the suitable site for the photosynthesis, and that's why leaves are also considered as the kitchen of the plants. Okay friends, so this was about the photosynthesis. In the next day we will learn about its mechanism. Okay, thank you.